For Greg and I, it was too hard to think of about one story to share about Gary. So we thought about 10 attributes that made Gary special to us. Number 1, respected. Greg had the unique experience of going to work with Gary when we wintered in Arizona. Greg witnessed the respect the ranchers had for him. It made Greg proud to be his brother-in-law and see how others respected him and appreciated his work. Number 2, hardworking. Gary was the hardest working guy on a job Greg had ever been around. He was an engineer when it came to putting together a scale. He had the process down to a science. Greg thought it was amazing to work with such a hard-working guy. Number 3, competitive. Just mentioned Mexican Train, and Gary's face lit up. There was always a fun, competitive game to be started, many a day or many a night. We tried not to let him win very often, but we sure did always share lots of laughs whenever we played. Number 4, master barbecuer. Well, Gary thought he was a master barbecuer. He loved to barbecue. We think it was because the Grill Zevo Amy bought him made him feel like a master chef. Greg and Gary put that together one June morning at 7 a.m. The temperature was already 100 degrees. There was some sweat, there was some swearing, but that Grill Zevo still stands today. Number 5, black velvet. Will you forever see a bottle of black velvet and not think of Gary? He should have owned stock. How many of us will keep a bottle in our cupboard in memory of him? Sentimental. Gary was the best man to have a good cry with. It always felt so warm and comforting to share a sweet memory and shed some tears with him. You never felt stupid, you never felt judged because he was crying harder than you. Sharing dinner together. Dinners at Lamori, La Piñata, China Chili. It was always a delightful experience with Gary. Husbandette. I cannot remember when Gary first called me his wifette and he became my husbandette. My sisters would all say they were Gary's favorite because that's what us sisters do. But I was his only wifette. Family. Family was important to Gary, and Gary was important to us. We cannot remember Gary not being a member of our family. Not only was he our brother-in-law, but he was a wonderful uncle to our girls. Courtney and Michelle loved their Uncle Gary. And last, memory maker. Lastly, it is sad Gary is not here, but what a special gift he left to Greg and I, to our girls, and to all of us. So many super memories to smile about forever.